for Nicholas Scott. All right, thanks very much for the warm welcome. I'm going to assume that means there's lots of single folks in the audience tonight. Can't really imagine getting that kind of enthusiasm out of a crowd of married people. That's what I was going to offer you is all a weekend away from each other or something like that. I'm sure that would be exciting for the married folks out there. It kind of sucks being married, right? We all know it's a lot more fun to be single. It's because single people have more fun. We're free. We can do what we want. Right? Whoever that guy said, you can't put a price on freedom, I don't think that he was married. My ex-wife was able to put a pretty specific price on my freedom. Worthy though. Worthy.
So on New Year's, I went up to do my speech, and I didn't really have much written down. I thought I'd just kind of wing it. But my problem was, I decided to start with a story about how my brother saw his wife for the first time that day. And I think I got maybe 10 words into my speech and started getting pretty choked up. Well, apparently people thought I was joking because there was quite a bit of laughter. But no, it was real and I was crying. But or as my mom put it, it was more than just crying. So there I am trying to gather my thoughts and build myself back up. And then I hear my wife from the back of the room yell, "You got it, babe!" I'm thinking, okay, she's right, I got this. I walk back up to the mic and clear my throat and that's all I got. I just said, "Love you both," walked off stage. So
hello everyone, how are you doing tonight? You don't have to clap for me, it's okay. I'm just here to introduce our next person. I follow around this guy a lot. He's very funny. He makes me laugh all the time. I look to him like a role model. He's the kind of guy you'd be okay with your daughter bringing home. And maybe your wife too, but that's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. Oh my goodness, I love this guy. Nick Ogden, ladies and gentlemen, please. Hi guys, I'm Nick. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for those kind words. I really appreciate it.
Being a short man, I've discovered that women don't want to sleep with me, but would rather bounce me on their knee or give me a bath at the kitchen sink. I was at the bar the other night. I went to use the washroom. I was standing at the urinal. Another man entered. I don't think he noticed me because he started to pee over my shoulder. That same night, a woman came up to me and she asked, "Excuse me, but do you live under a bridge?" I said, "No, why?" "Oh, I thought all trolls lived under a bridge." That hurt my feelings. I went home that night, I could barely finish eating that goat I had killed earlier.
This is the Audrey Hepburn look. Classic black, very, very sexy ladies. It's got it inside out here. Hang on a second. That's the way to go. The label is Susie Shear. So, you know, classic black ladies. Come on the stage if you need a little sweater. Tushy needs a bush. Tushy needs a bushy. It's Christmas.
Alright. I hear the wife a-comin', she's really testing me. She's doing housework, I'm watching my TV. She cooks and cleans those dishes, I just lay around. She walks into the man cave, lays the hammer down. She put one hand upon her hip, she shook the other at me. She said, "You better help me, I've stopped watching that TV. The dryer is still broken, and the dog just got free.
I can't help it, baby, 'cause the Leafs are up by 3. And then
Yes, this is Canada, we have bears here. All right, and just to prove it, a bear went into a bar in Burnaby, BC and ordered a beer. And the barman said, hey, we don't serve beer cigars and bars in Burnaby, BC. And the bear said, well, I bought a beer, bud, best bring it. And the barman says, well, we don't serve beer cigars and bars in Burnaby, BC. So the bear said, well, you see that broad at the end of the bar? And the barman says, well, the beautiful babe in the blue blouse? And the bear says, yeah, let's bring a beer, bud, or I'll have that broad for brunch. And the barman says, well, we don't serve beer cigars and bars in Burnaby, BC. So the bear bounded down the bar and he put the bite on the babe in the blue blouse, bounded back up the bar, and said, you gonna serve me a beer now, bud? Burp. And the barman says, oh, you don't need one, Mr. Bear, you're gonna have a buzz in just a bit. The bear says, because? And the barman says, because that was a garbage you ate, Mr. Bear.
Suppose you was a little cat, residing in a person's flat who fed you fish and scratched your ears. You'd notice him. Suppose you was a woman wed and sleeping in a double bed beside one man for 18 years. You'd notice him.
I was going up to Oak Lake a couple years ago, and I knew I was going to be late, and I was thinking of all the possible excuses I could come up with. Trains, school buses, traffic. Well, if you're going to Sterling, there's no traffic. And I got to Oak Lake, and I figured, okay, let's just be honest with the guy. And I looked at him and said, I'm really sorry, I'm late. I would have been here sooner had I left earlier.
Easter weekend? Yes! 4 days off. Yes! Thank Christ. What? Seriously, he's the one that got it for us. He's the one that spent 40 days and 40 nights building that boat. For construction, moving rocks with his bare hands. He was a volunteer firefighter, putting out bushes that were burning. Gotta thank the man, he's a good guy.
One of my friends just had her second kid, you guys. On purpose and everything. Yeah, give it a pat. Good for her, second kid. That kind of scares the crap out of me, frankly. I'm 26, so I know this might change, but I'm thinking right now that I probably don't want to have kids. I mean, I get it. Kids are nice. They're pretty cute. And I totally see the appeal of creating and then controlling a tiny person who looks like you. Right? I played The Sims and it was great. But motherhood is like a lifelong commitment, and my longest relationship was like 2.5 years. It's not like you can sit your son down when he's 2.5, like, listen, kid, I really love you, and I think a part of me will always love you, but I just don't really feel like you get me. So I don't think it would be fair to either of us to keep this thing going, but you're going to make somebody really happy someday. That's an adoption joke. I'm glad you guys went with me on that.
a little bit about myself. I am 42 years old. I've been married for 16 years. It feels like 50, but sometimes it's 8. But anyway, I have an 8-year-old daughter who's great. My wife is of native Canadian descent, and I'm of Scottish descent, which means that our child has a very rich cultural heritage, and we want to respect that. We want to teach her more about it. So to that end, we've already pre-enrolled her in AA. I had to do something. Her favorite colors are Johnny Walker Red and Black Blue Light, which is good because I can't afford Johnny Walker Blue.
I'm having a bit of a rough night because I just heard about this new thing called the dad bod. Have you guys heard about this? The dad bod? Of course you haven't. You all are dads. You guys have the dad bod because you are dads. You earned it. Good for you. No, the dad bod is this new thing that girls are really attracted to, where they're attracted to a guy who has the body of a father. Very sexy, right? But this is a problem for me because I was born with the sun bod. And I'm not getting lucky because people have sun issues, you know what I mean? Nobody's going after the effeminate Keanu Reeves guy, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. No one's going after the guy who kind of looks like Superman if Superman didn't work out and his only superpower was crippling anxiety. Oh! It's a bird, it's a plane, they're both terrifying.
Now pull the lever! Oh wait, you're, okay, never mind, you're useless.
Comedy!
Why do you carry around those fake blood packets all the time?
I know, it's so funny.
Here, I'll let me clean you off. Whoa! Oh no!
Kung Fu!
Do you wanna?
Now you never learn how to squash a window properly! I told you I think we're done.